Welcome to Monkey and Frank. My name is Do, and my body is Dom. Today I had the beautiful experience of being there for my soul brother as he's going through, a couple of my soul brothers, as they're going through deaths in their family or loved one. And for the first time, I felt, as I was listening to their story, I felt the sadness coming up in my heart. And like I said, for the first time, I allowed the feelings to just run through me. And the way that it felt is as if I was strong enough to help them go through their sadness by processing a little bit of it, because I was not, it's weird because I don't know the people that passed away, and I shouldn't, like, not that I shouldn't, but in the past I wouldn't have felt any sadness. I would just listen and be there. But this time around, it's almost as if I was feeling the love that they had for those people, or even maybe the love of the people that passed away, because I allow the dead, the souls, to just get in there, get inside my body and do what you need to do so that you get the healing that you need. I have no idea what trauma they still held on to after death, or anyways, it felt good. It felt good to be there with an open heart for the souls, for my friends. And it's something magical. If you get the experience to just open up your heart and really believe that when somebody passes away, that they're not really gone, that it's the next step in their journey, whatever that journey is. I have no idea. And I'm guessing that everybody's journey is so unique. And I don't even know what my journey is going to hold after I die. And that's exciting. It's exciting to know that the only thing that matters is love. The other day when one of my soul brother was talking to me about the death of his stepmom, I was asking him, like, is there anything that I can do for you? And it caught me off guard, but he asked me, can you send love her way? Can you send love her way? And I took it seriously. So I was at work. I just put everything down. I closed my eyes. I opened up my heart and I sent love to this woman that I don't know, but that meant so much to my brother. And all of a sudden, it's as if my heart was filled with love. It really caught me off guard and by surprise. And I just stayed there. And I took a couple of deep breaths, and I just stayed for as long as I could. And I honored his request. I honored the woman that had passed away. I honored the love that was blooming in my heart. And with the knowledge that this is not bullshit. Like, what I'm feeling is so real. This woman is feeling the love that I'm sending for her. And she has nothing to do with me. But I knew that she was feeling it, and she was feeling grateful that I was doing it. We are all connected. If you open up, if you open up your heart at any point in time, for anybody, even your enemy, even for your animals, I guess the more you practice it, the more it feels absolutely amazing. Like, it keeps, like, even tonight, it keeps catching me off guard. A year ago, I had none of these feelings. If any of these feelings would have came near me, I would have ran away. because I was so afraid to open up my heart. I had so much trauma accumulated around my heart that when my heart would start to even open a little bit, like a flower, it would be the craziest pain. I really remember thinking about it like, wow, this is painful. Crying is painful. But with this year's practice and knowledge and wisdom that I've accumulated by being here and now, by having been one with ayahuasca, the plant medicine, or mushroom, you name it, or just meditation on its own, it it no longer feels like a pain. It feels like an honor thing, but it really feels like my heart is full. And I really want to stress that this is a physical symptom. It's not just in my imagination. My heart feels full. And you know it's full because when I take a breath, it's as if there is no limit to my breathing, like to my in breath. And it makes the Wim Hof breathing, it makes my in breath so complete and so magical that I don't want to breathe any other way. If I am going to breathe, I want every breath to matter. Oh, it feels so good. I was listening to my Sapo experience on YouTube today of when I was in Peru, right after I did Sapo. And I remember the feeling of taking a breath and there was not enough air on this planet for my lungs. And I can say now with confidence that the more I'm doing this practice of self-love and heart opening and being there for others and having no shame in crying when I feel sadness or when I feel like I'm sadness, but that sadness is like a way to help my brothers and my sisters in this life, which all of you guys are, you know. There's no shame in that. There's only love and beauty, and to allow it is something so magical. I encourage each one of you to go towards that discomfort. If it is a discomfort for you, I know where you're coming from. I was there 6 months ago. You know, it's not something that just happened from one day to another. I had to go through the pain of that heart opening, and it took many experience, many nights of crying, many nights of just being in this sadness. And as well, like, my body had so much trauma accumulated around it that it was an actual pain, not just like pain when you cry, you know how much sometimes it hurts, but like a physical pain, as if my heart was having a heart attack kind of pain. And it's so worth it. And when you have this trust of life, because I'm afraid that, like, I just got this vision that for a lot of people, let's say you would be going through a heart opening and you think you're having a heart attack, well, the next day you'll be at the doctor instead of trusting life. And the only reason I was able to go through it and not totally panic and, like I said, go to the doctor to say like, oh shit, there's a problem with my heart, is because of the Wim Hof breathing. I know that the Wim Hof breathing has such a healing power because I've experienced it in so many ways when it comes to my circulation or my mind, my brain. I've seen it, my brain, from going from a shit, like when I would do the Wim Hof breathing, I would hear it like pop sometimes, like pop, as if a blood vessel would pop in the brain. And my wife experienced the same thing. And I just trusted Wim's teaching so much that I said, no, I'm going through this and it's for healing. And I continued that philosophy. And as I was doing the Wim Hof breathing, the evolution of it was painful, you know, in my legs and but I continued that trust of life, as if the breath has the power to heal everything. And I truly believe it, because it's the only thing we have. And so to say, like, if you're going through it and you feel like you're having a heart attack, but you know you just had an experience, you know, like of sadness or whatever it may be, trust and go through. Have the heart attack, go through it. And it's weird, and it's, and I'm not telling you like, oh, if you feel like you have a heart attack and it's coming out of nowhere and you're happy and whatever, no, go get checked. But if you just had an experience where your mom just died and you're feeling this great sadness and you start to cry, and at the beginning it hurts so much, but then you surrender to it and you surrender to your trust and to letting go, and then it feels like, then go through that experience, go through that heart attack and continue breathing through it and continue having trust that it's going to be okay, and that this love that you're feeling, this pain that you're feeling, is love from the other side, from your healing, from anywhere really. But yeah, I encourage this type of trust of life, trust of Allah, trust of God, trust of Krishna, trust of Mother, trust of yourself. If you're an atheist, your body is so powerful, and like you say, like, you only have this one life with this body. You know, my Dom, you know, this is the one life I'm gonna have with him, and I truly believe that. Well, you know, who knows, actually, maybe there's gonna be, you know, maybe I'm gonna repeat this life until I have it perfect. I heard that before. Or maybe it's the only time I'm gonna have this Dom, and I'm gonna have another life with other bodies. Who knows? But all I can say is that even if I would have another life with Dom, it's not going to be the same, because the things that I'm learning in this life will make it so that the next time I'm going to do a little bit better and a little bit more better, you know. Unless one of these lives I just create so much trauma that I go backwards. But if I do, I'm going to trust that there's a purpose and that God has everything under control. And I do believe that. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, everybody, Krishna, everybody. Thank you to all of the gods, to all of the souls that are helping me go forward in this life. This is insane. When I was talking to my buddy, because, you know, he just lost first of all, he lost his partner, and then he lost his mom's, like the partner, his mom's partner. And he comes back to me and he says, isn't it life wonderful? Isn't it? And I'm not even going through what he's going through. And I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy. You have such a trust of life that you see this as such a beautiful journey, even though you are crying and you're sad and you understand that you're going to have to let them go sooner or later, or let go of the ashes of that connection, and to move on, to maybe even find another lover. And I'm, you know, it's crazy. This soul brother is teaching me so much about life, and to just be able to experience what I saw in him tonight, I feel so blessed and so grateful. I sent a message to one of my other friends just saying how grateful I am to have friends like you guys. Seriously, I would have never imagined in my life that I would meet people like you that are such beautiful beings of love. I mean, seriously, a year ago I was so depressed. It's blowing my mind, the contrast. My body was in pain. My depression was at an all-time high. Anxiety attacks, you name it. And now I'm just bathing in this sadness that is so beautiful. Like seriously, it is such a beautiful, like sadness, all feelings are so beautiful. Wow. Wow. Life is wonderful. It's making me open my eyes to the beauty of life in every aspect. Like even today, I was so crazy busy at work, but for one of the few times I was doing work with an open heart. Like I just wanted to do good. And because of that, the interactions that I had with my coworkers were so magical. Like we were working hard at trying to resolve problems, but it felt good. Like to talk to them, it felt good to be around them and to just be in their presence. And yeah, tell you the truth, I must have felt like that before, but today I was aware of it in a way that was just making it so magical. And every time that I would interact with my wife, same thing. I was so in love with her, and yet I was so tired. The kids were up all night last night. I don't know, they were scared of something, so they kept coming in the room. And I had trouble last night, to stay calm, but I did after a while. I was able to listen to what my wife was saying, like, enough with your frustration. You got this. I'm as tired as you. Let's do it together. And I understood and I did it. And then today, like, we were both zombies, and yet I'm feeling so much gratitude and so much love. And like I said, even a couple of weeks ago, if I would have been this tired, I would be so frustrated at every moment. But it's really, oh man, having a heart opening, I feel like that's the big lesson that I'm learning today. Like to walk around with the intention of having a heart open, because it is physical. Like I said, it's almost like taking a deep breath. It's like I have a choice to open my heart or to close it, and I feel it open, and it hurts in a good way. Like it feels full. And I would have called that anxiety back in the day. But when you're calm and you surrender, it's not. It's a heart opening. So if you do have anxiety right now, take a deep breath, surrender into it. Bring the understanding that this journey is not the end. No matter how much suffering there is, no matter how much death there is around you, those souls are right here with you right now. Close your eyes, send them love, but like not just with your imagination, I'm talking about with your entire being. But you must have the understanding and the trust of life that everything is perfect and that when you die, it's not the end. It's crazy. Well, that's for my journey anyways. Wow. Wow. I also wanted to share, like, that's one thing that I'm not struggling, but I'm looking at it. I've been noticing that during the day, right, I have experiences, and because now I'm dreaming, because I'm taking a break of cannabis, I'm noticing that my dreams are often a reflection of my insecurities. Like we're planning to buy a new house soon, and last night's dream was a lot about, having I would have like one of my dream was that when we sold the house, we actually had to sell it for lower price than what it's worth, and we only had like the smallest down payment, and we couldn't afford the new house, and we didn't know what we would do, and everything was kind of falling apart. And I remember waking up like, oh my God, is this a foreshadowing of what's coming? And I was telling it to my wife. She's like, no, no, no. Process it through your dreams so that it doesn't happen in real life. And I didn't understand what she was saying, but, you know, I'm still processing it. Like, I know those are insecurities, but I respect the dream world so much. And I wanted to, I don't know if it's a test so that I continue to trust. And if it is, I guess I'm doing a good job. And if you hear that little, that's my cat. He's on my chest and he's purring as I'm petting him. It's so calming. I don't know. Did you ever have a cat on your chest purring? Oh my God. Like it, doing a meditation with a cat, it's so cool. It's almost like their energy is making your, like cleaning your heart and, you know, making the frequency of your heart better. They're really magical beings, those little cats. I used to hate them so much last year. It's crazy how things have turned around. And I was hating them because I hated myself. So, continue the practice of self-love. My friends, Do, Dom, you got this. Well, I've got some work to do, so I'm gonna call it a day. But thank you for listening and for subscribing. I'm amazed. Like I'm looking, I know only like in the small digits, but I see like, oh, there's 2 people that listen to my podcast. I wonder who are they? Like that's cool. Or the videos on YouTube, and I'm feeling so blessed. You know, try not to go too insane with my teachings, because the more I'm going with this, the more I feel insane in a great way. I am Do, I am Dom, I am not this body, I am not these thoughts, but I am the observer of it, and I will observe them with honor and with trust and with an open heart, no matter how much it hurts. I am here. And thank you to all my ancestors that are helping me go forward. I'm sorry that I never noticed you before, but I'm really happy that that my awareness is on you more and more every day, and I can see, and I hope that I can make you guys proud. I love you. See ya.